Have you ever felt drained after spending time with someone? Perhaps you've noticed that certain people seem to bring negativity into every situation, making you feel uneasy or even unhappy. These people are often referred to as toxic, and dealing with them can be challenging. But what if you could approach this issue with the wisdom of Buddhist philosophy? Buddhism teaches us how to navigate life's difficulties with calm and clarity. This includes how to handle toxic people, who can be like dark clouds in our lives. Instead of letting them pull you into their negative energy, you can learn how to protect your peace and well-being. In this journey, we will explore 10 smart ways to deal with toxic people using Buddhist principles. These strategies will help you stay grounded, protect your energy, and maintain a sense of inner peace, even in the face of negativity. Let's begin with the first 3 ways. 1. Practice mindful detachment. Toxic people often thrive on emotional reactions. They might try to provoke you, stir up drama, or draw you into their negativity. One of the most powerful Buddhist practices you can use is mindful detachment. This means observing the situation without becoming emotionally involved. In Buddhism, mindfulness is about being fully present in the moment, aware of your thoughts and feelings without getting swept away by them. When you practice mindful detachment, you create a mental space between yourself and the toxic person. You see their behavior for what it is, an expression of their own struggles and pain, without letting it affect your inner peace. For example, if someone is trying to provoke you, instead of reacting with anger or frustration, take a deep breath and observe your emotions. Acknowledge that their behavior is more about them than it is about you. This practice helps you stay calm and prevents you from getting pulled into their negativity. 2. Set boundaries with compassion. Setting boundaries is essential when dealing with toxic people. But in Buddhism, boundaries are not about shutting people out with harshness. Instead, they are about protecting your well-being with compassion for both yourself and the other person. Boundaries are like invisible lines that define what is acceptable in your interactions. They can be as simple as limiting the time you spend with someone or clearly stating what behavior you will not tolerate. Compassionate boundaries are about taking care of yourself while recognizing that the other person may be struggling too. For instance, if someone is constantly negative and it's affecting you, you can gently let them know how their behavior impacts you. You don't have to be harsh or confrontational. Simply express your feelings calmly and firmly. This approach allows you to maintain your peace while still being kind. 3. Cultivate loving kindness. Buddhism teaches the practice of loving kindness, or metta, which involves cultivating feelings of goodwill and compassion toward all beings, including toxic people. This doesn't mean you have to like them or accept their behavior, but it does mean you recognize their humanity. When you cultivate loving kindness, you shift your mindset from anger or resentment to compassion. You begin to see that toxic people are often suffering in ways you may not fully understand. This perspective helps you deal with them from a place of empathy rather than hostility. One way to practice metta is through meditation. During your meditation, silently repeat phrases like, "May you be happy," "May you be free from suffering." Direct these thoughts toward the toxic person. Over time, this practice can transform your feelings and make it easier to deal with them without losing your inner peace. Embrace impermanence. One of the core teachings of Buddhism is the concept of impermanence. Everything is constantly changing, and nothing lasts forever. This principle can be incredibly helpful when dealing with toxic people. By understanding that their presence and behavior are temporary, you can approach the situation with greater patience and perspective. When you're faced with a toxic person, it can feel like their negativity will never end. But by embracing impermanence, you remind yourself that this too shall pass. Their impact on your life is not permanent, and you have the power to navigate through it with grace. For example, if a colleague is consistently negative, instead of feeling trapped, remind yourself that this situation is temporary. People change, circumstances evolve, and what seems overwhelming now will eventually fade. This mindset allows you to approach toxic interactions with a sense of calm, knowing that they won't last forever. 5. Practice non-attachment. Toxic people often trigger strong emotional responses in us: anger, frustration, sadness. These emotions can create attachments that make it harder to let go of the negativity they bring. Buddhism teaches the importance of non-attachment, which means not clinging to these emotions or letting them control you. Non-attachment doesn't mean you don't care. It means you don't allow yourself to be emotionally entangled in the drama or negativity. By practicing non-attachment, you free yourself from the grip of toxic emotions and maintain your inner peace. For instance, if someone's criticism upsets you, instead of holding on to that feeling, acknowledge it and then let it go. This doesn't mean you ignore your emotions, but you don't let them define your experience. You release the need to be right to win the argument, or to seek approval. This practice allows you to remain centered, even in the face of toxicity. 6. Surround yourself with positive energy. Just as toxic people can drain your energy, surrounding yourself with positivity can replenish and protect it. Buddhism emphasizes the importance of your environment, both external and internal. By consciously choosing to engage with positive people, activities, and thoughts, you strengthen your resilience against negativity. Think of your energy as a garden. Toxic people are like weeds that try to choke out the healthy plants. But if you nurture your garden with positive influences, you can keep the weeds at bay. This might mean spending more time with supportive friends, engaging in activities that uplift you, or simply practicing gratitude. In practical terms, if you have to deal with a toxic person, balance it out by spending time with those who make you feel good. After a difficult interaction, do something that brings you joy, whether it's a hobby, a walk in nature, or meditation. By cultivating positive energy, you create a protective shield that helps you handle toxic situations more effectively. 7. Develop inner strength through meditation. Meditation is a core practice in Buddhism that helps you develop inner strength and resilience. When dealing with toxic people, meditation can be a powerful tool to keep you centered and calm, no matter what negativity comes your way. Regular meditation allows you to clear your mind, reduce stress, and gain clarity on how to handle difficult situations. Meditation helps you observe your thoughts and emotions without getting attached to them. When faced with a toxic person, you can return to the calmness you've cultivated in meditation. Instead of reacting impulsively, you respond with thoughtfulness and wisdom. For example, if someone's negativity starts to overwhelm you, take a few moments to meditate, focus on your breath, and let go of any tension or frustration. By doing this regularly, you build a strong inner foundation that toxic people can't easily shake. Meditation becomes your anchor in the storm. 8. Use compassionate communication. When dealing with toxic people, communication can either escalate the situation or diffuse it. Buddhist philosophy encourages the use of compassionate communication, speaking truthfully but kindly, without judgment or hostility. This approach can help you navigate difficult conversations with toxic individuals in a way that promotes understanding rather than conflict. Compassionate communication involves listening deeply to the other person, even if they are being difficult, and responding in a way that acknowledges their feelings without compromising your boundaries. It's about being firm but gentle, clear but kind. For instance, if a toxic person is being confrontational instead of reacting defensively, you might say, "I understand that you're upset, but I need to express how this is affecting me." This opens the door to a more constructive dialogue. By using compassionate communication, you can often disarm the toxic person's negativity and steer the conversation in a more positive direction. 9. Avoid engaging in their drama. Toxic people often thrive on drama. They create conflict, stir up tension, and draw others into their negative energy. One of the smartest ways to deal with such individuals is to simply not engage in their drama. This is easier said than done, but it's a crucial Buddhist principle: choosing not to participate in negativity. In Buddhism, This aligns with the concept of right action, one of the steps on the Noble Eightfold Path. Right action means acting in ways that are ethical and avoid harm. By not engaging in drama, you are choosing actions that protect your peace and avoid unnecessary conflict. For example, if a toxic person is trying to provoke you into an argument, recognize it for what it is, an attempt to pull you into their negativity. Instead of engaging, stay calm, and if necessary, remove yourself from the situation. This practice helps you maintain your serenity and prevents the toxic person from draining your energy. 10. Practice gratitude and focus on the positive. Finally, one of the best ways to protect yourself from the effects of toxic people is to cultivate a mindset of gratitude and positivity. Toxic people can make life feel heavy and difficult, but by focusing on what's good in your life, you can shift your perspective and maintain your joy. In Buddhism, gratitude is a form of mindfulness. It's about recognizing and appreciating the positive aspects of your life, no matter how small. When you focus on gratitude, you strengthen your positive energy, making it harder for toxic people to bring you down. For instance, after a difficult interaction with a toxic person, take a moment to reflect on what you're grateful for. It could be something simple, like a kind word from a friend or a beautiful sunset. By practicing gratitude, you remind yourself that there is more to life than the negativity of others. This focus on the positive helps you stay resilient and joyful, no matter what challenges you face. Dealing with toxic people is never easy, but by applying these 10 smart strategies rooted in Buddhist philosophy, you can protect your peace and navigate difficult relationships with wisdom and compassion. From practicing mindful detachment and setting compassionate boundaries to embracing impermanence and cultivating loving kindness, these techniques empower you to handle negativity without losing your inner balance. Remember, toxic people don't have to control your life. By focusing on your own growth, inner strength, and positive energy, you can rise above their negativity and continue on your path with clarity and peace. Each of these strategies helps you build a stronger, more resilient self, one that can withstand the storms of toxic relationships while maintaining compassion and calm. As you move forward, let these Buddhist principles guide you. Practice them daily, and you'll find that toxic people have less power over your emotions and your life. You are in control of your peace, and with these tools, you can navigate any challenge with grace and wisdom.